everybody, thanks for joining me. I'm Roman Rich. Today's adventure takes place in Foyil, Oklahoma. Foyil, Oklahoma has one of the best kept secrets on all of Route 66, and it's one of my favorite destinations on the entire Mother Road. It's called the Galloway Totem Pole. It's one of the tallest totem poles ever built in the world, and you can still see it today on Route 66 in Oklahoma. To tell us a little bit more about the totem pole, let's talk to the curator, Miss Wolf.
So was he an Indian himself?
We were told he was not, and then he just loved the Indian culture.
Sure.
Until a lady from Kansas City walked in last summer with a jewelry box that he had given to his cousin, which is either her grandmother or her great-grandmother. And it was full of pictures. So we took one out, and the back said, 1955, my cousin Ed Galloway, 1/4 Cherokee Indian. That's the first proof we've had that there's any Indian, which explains it.
Yeah.
They said he just had a love for the Indian culture, but he tried to represent every Indian tribe he knew on that totem pole. There's over 200 figures, and he tried to represent all of them. He even got the road paved so they could get out of here from Route 66.
Yeah?
And I learned from the people. I had a little lady come in and she said, used to when it would rain, she said, these hills dip, and every one of these dips floods. So if it ever rained, you didn't go anywhere until the water went down.
Mm-hmm.
So he worked to get it paved. So it was just...
So when did he start, when did he move here and build the house?
He came in the early 30s. He built the house, I think, in 35. I'd have to look. When he finished the house, he started the totem pole in 37, and he finished it in 48. But he mixed it in a 5-gallon bucket. And he also kept a guest book out there, so anybody that came to watch him work, he had made him sign a guest book. So he was very detailed about everything.
11 years, yeah, it
11
makes
years.
sense.
But we've got pictures over here. There's the turtle head I was telling you about, next to the window on the very top.
Oh yeah.
That's that rock that looked like a turtle head to him. And that's what it looked like when he was looking at it.
And that's when he started the totem pole.
That's the start of the totem pole. And then he's got they've got more pictures, and there's holes. If you look in eyeballs or mouths out there around the Indians and around the pole, there's holes. Some of them have wooden plugs in them. And this guy must have been an engineer. He stood there for the longest time and finally said, Mel, come here, I want to tell you something. And I said, okay. And he said, I think what those holes are for is he put pipes or sticks in them to hold the scaffolding up so he could go higher.
Right.
Higher, which makes sense.
Yeah.
Like I said, I learned from the people. But he also kept a book when they rebuilt this in the early 90s. He kept a book of where he got his paint, when he bought it, how it was mixed, where he bought it, and how much it cost him.
Wow.
So when they were ready to repaint this, they took that to that same paint company and they mixed it just like it was mixed before, and it came out just like it did the first time.
That's awesome.
It's detailed.
Attention to detail.
Attention to detail, totally.
Tell me a bit, when was he born and when did he die?
He died in 1982, but he was 1962, I'm sorry. He was born in 1880. He fought in the Spanish-American War when he was 18, which is the picture over your head.
I saw that, yeah.
He fought in the Spanish-American War and he was 18. And then after the war, he was doing woodwork. He did furniture. He gave a lot of stuff away. And he did artwork, Indian art. The job that got him the picture of teaching in Sand Springs looks to be about 7 feet tall.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a snake around a tree. And he was trying to get it to California to an art show, and he left it in a little grocery store in Sand Springs, the other side of Tulsa.
Mm-hmm.
And Charles Page, who brought the railroad to Tulsa, walked in that little grocery store. And when he saw it, he chased Galloway down, and that very day, asked him to teach those boys, and he started that week and stayed for 25 years. That piece never made it to California. It's in Charles Page's museum, or his, last I heard, it had been moved over to his executive offices in Sand Springs. But we've got pictures of it. So he was just a busy man.
And he taught high school.
He taught high school woodworking.
Yep.
But it was a boys' home and a widow's colony. And that foundation still pays for it after all these many, many years. And the widows, women with children are allowed to stay there rent-free, no utilities or anything until they either get on their feet or the kids turn 18. Men aren't allowed in after 9 o'clock at night, I think. That's the way that goes.
That's good.
But he used to bring the boys out here camping. And if they found a good-looking rock, they piled it down there so that when he did retire, he would have rocks to build him a house.
Huh.
So that's how the rocks came to be all down there. So, and when it was rebuilt, it was rebuilt with a restroom and a bathroom and a laundry room in it.
Mm-hmm.
The people that live there are named Walking Stick. They're both Cherokee. And they've been there 18 years of their over 60 years of marriage.
Wow.
She works 4 days a week and I work 3.
Huh.
My name's Wolf, so we've got the Indian covered. We used to tell him that he wasn't an Indian until I saw that picture, and it said that he was a quarter Cherokee, which really made sense.
That's good.
Yeah. We're trying to find someone to finish painting the next 6 stories up, and it is a major problem. We have yet to get anybody that's willing to go up there and paint it.
They have to build a scaffolding to...
Well, someone offered us a cherry picker free, let us borrow it if we'd pay somebody $25 an hour to push the little button to make it move.
Yeah.
We don't have that kind of money. But if we can find somebody that will be willing to paint, I've got a friend that's got a bucket lift that when he's not using it on his construction job, he said it could just sit out there with a totem pole. But so far we haven't had any luck. And the lady that painted the first 3 stories, I've been here 3 years. That was done a year or 2 before I got here, and at that time she was 79, 3 years ago.
I think I remember you saying
And
something
she wants to finish it, and they won't let her, because she's in her 80s. And she said, I could finish it if they'd let me, but she's the one in charge of matching all the paint, making sure everything is done right. She approves everything, so.
It looks good.
Yeah, its bottom 3 look real good, but it does need a new paint job. So. We also have a college coming out that's going to do the smaller totems that's sitting around that are supposed to be out. They're wanting to camp out here, which isn't allowed, but they're wanting to sleep in hammocks. Do we have any trees close enough to put a hammock up?
Yeah.
They'll have to bring a frame or something, I guess. But.
As you can see, there's a spectacular display at the Totem Pole Museum in Foyil, Oklahoma. Now, not only was Ed Galloway known for building this gigantic totem pole, Ed Galloway was a very, very talented man. He was a carpenter, a woodworker, a blacksmith, and also a teacher. He accomplished a lot in his lifetime. Let's take a look around just a little bit more.
We have a poison oak. It's the 4th one from the right on the very top. And it's got a palm tree, it's got a camel, the pyramids, and the Nile River on it. If you look real close, you have to turn your head sideways.
Yeah.
But around here, that's a bush, and we couldn't figure out how you could make a fiddle out of a bush. But I've had 2 couples in from California that told me that in Northern California, there's a tree that grows 35 feet tall, and it's poison oak. I said, keep the blasted thing in California. We don't need anything else like that out here. And if you look down on the bottom row, second from the left, that has the very same picture. But
Sure
look at
does.
the difference in the wood.
Yeah, it's much
Wood
different.
makes a major difference. The chairs you were sitting in, they're tiger oak, which in its day was so expensive, even the rich people could only put small squares of it in their furniture, their floors. And they all look like tiger skin, but they all look different. We have 6 of them in here. We use them. They're 1917, in 3 years they'll be 100 years old apiece.
Well, there you have it, guys. Thanks for joining me on another adventure. If you'd like more information about Ed Galloway's Totem Pole Park, please go to the following website. Or you can give them a phone call at 918-342-1169. The park and gift shop are open to the public Monday through Saturday, 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. and Sunday, 12:30 p.m. to 4 p.m. There's no admission fees. Just come take your camera and take lots of pictures. If you'd like more information, you can contact the Rogers County Historical Society at 918-342-1169. I'm Roman Rich. As always, go your own way, and I'll see you out there on the road.